Good afternoon or evening, everyone. We're going to be discussing this upcoming pattern to bring some more storms to the United States. We're going to first off start off by looking at the latest GFS model, and this is the 12Z model. We have an 18Z model, but it's not fully out right now. But this is looking at the GFS model, and there's a storm that we have been watching for about the past week, and it has been trending pretty good. The paths have changed a bit through runs, but overall it is getting closer and closer, and it is still staying in the models. So we're going to look at that first, and then we're going to probably look at the temperatures for possibly early February. As you can see, this is going to be the GFS model at about 6 p.m. on the 26th. As we move forward through the overnight hours, we still see kind of a system that moves from Florida all the way up there into just off the East Coast, just off the northeast coastline, and then we get some potential systems here starting to develop on the 27th around 9 p.m. So this is gonna be about 5 days out right now. As you see, that rainfall is starting to impact portions of Texas. You could even see some snowfall there in Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois. Very light snowfall though. And as we move forward here, that low pressure system actually forms in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is gonna be at about 3 a.m. of the 28th, and now we're gonna be moving here throughout the 28th, and that low pressure system is kind of just wandering through the Gulf of Mexico until it starts heading northeast into Florida, where it brings some possibly pretty heavy rainfall there. We start to see some heavy snowfall there in North Carolina, and this is only 162 hours out, so this is only about a week out here. As you can see, that low pressure system is looking pretty strong here with the heavy snowfall once again in South Carolina and North Carolina, except this time it looks to be not quite seeing that ice storm conditions, thankfully. But as you can see, that moves throughout the South Carolina and North Carolina, where you see once again more heavy snowfall in those areas, and that low pressure system starts to move all out of the East Coast and then looks to be just traveling into the Atlantic, now bringing many impacts to the Northeast. But we do have some runs bringing it straight up into the Northeast, just like a normal nor'easter, which does bring very significant amount of snowfall. So this is just a week out here. This is definitely going to change here, and will be an interesting system to watch throughout the models as they change, because this could change very substantially to where significantly impacts the Northeast and both the Mid-Atlantic. Now, as you can see, this is going to be the 31st at 12 p.m. and as you can see, another low pressure system forms. This is just only a day after the one exited the Northeast area, and as you can see, that quickly develops here into likely a winter storm on the pretty much the very early morning hours of February 1st, and then that very quickly moves into Northeast with this extremely heavy snowfall with those pinks. As you can see there, that's going to be 12 p.m. of February 1st. This is now reaching into more 250 hours out, so this is definitely going to change a lot more than the other storm, but that quickly diminishes here as it moves over the Northeast. That's going to be around 6 p.m. of February 1st, and then exits. If this verifies, if both of these storms verify, they're going to be pretty much a double impacts for South Carolina, North Carolina, and the Northeast here, and will bring quite the extreme conditions if these actually verify here. That first storm was actually forecasted to impact the Northeast in earlier model runs, so if both of these verify and if both of these travel into Northeast, it will bring quite the substantial impacts in those areas. We're going to look at the temperature anomaly forecast for the rest of January into early February to take a look at what we could see, what kind of conditions we could see, maybe in early spring, maybe possibly, or maybe winter traveling into more April. We're not going to tell that, but we can definitely tell if we could potentially see some little sneak peeks of spring temperatures. This is going to be the 22nd of 6 a.m. so this is definitely past already. Let's go ahead and move forward here to around the 25th, where we get a little cold shot over there in the Midwest. As you see, those temperatures will probably be dropping into more of the teens in more of the northern Midwest, more of those lower 20s, and more of these types of areas here: Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York will likely see those 20s there, and then that's going to be moving out throughout the throughout a couple of days here until we mostly see average temperatures around the whole entire US, and then we get a little bit of a cold shot there dropping into Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Louisiana there. That exits into the Gulf, where it brings cooler temperatures there to Florida. This is going to be the end of January here around the 28th to the 30th, where you could see those drop in temperatures, and then more cold shots here. An extreme one, it looks like, near the 1st and 2nd of February potentially there, and then that's going to be quickly moving out around the 3rd for some possibly above average temperatures just the day after, or the 4th of February. So that'll be definitely quite interesting there, and if this verifies here, you could potentially see some quite warm temperatures for winter over there in the Northeast around the 5th of February. That's kind of your look at what temperatures we could see. Let's look at the Climate Prediction Center's forecast. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. So this is from 6 to 10 days from January 28th to February 1st. As you can see, those below average temperatures are really impacting the southeast like we saw in the models. Those cold shots are going to be diving south into those kind of areas, and some average warm temperatures are going to be in those southwestern states there. Pretty much those below average temperatures are going to be for the next 6 to 10 days throughout pretty much the whole entire east half of the US and more of those northwestern extreme areas of the US. Let's look at our 8 to 14 day temperature probability outlook, and as you can see, it looks a lot like that La Nina conditions, pretty much a normal La Nina winter with those cooler temperatures much up north in the Dakotas, Montana, states like that, and more slightly cooler temperatures in more the eastern half of the US. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. As you see, more drier conditions are going to be present across portions of the Midwest, more of those southwestern states, but more precipitation like a general La Nina outlook like we see before every winter. We are going to see a slightly above average precipitation over the northwestern states, and possibly some more slightly above average precipitation from those winter storms in the northeast for the next 6 to 10 days. 8 to 14 days, and pretty much the entire United States could see some of those above average precipitation conditions, and some areas could see a little bit of below average precipitation, like this area in New Mexico and Texas, and Florida is going to see possibly some slightly above average precipitation, but you probably won't really notice it that much. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss another upload or live stream. But anyways, stay safe.